Boom, hey internets, welcome to BRANDCRAFT, where I take apart, put together, and execute on different apparel design and merch for some of my favorite creators and just straight up my favorite human beings on the planet Earth. On this episode, we're actually talking to my boy Koncept. He's a super talented, multifaceted dancer and content creator hailing from Sacramento, California. This cat has been doing it for years, and his artistic flow and his artistry really creates a whole nother language for dance and movement. He has his YouTube channel where he has tips and tricks and just full-on ciphers with other dancers or budding dancers called Unlock Your Style. Off rip, I'm gonna tell you, you should subscribe to it. It's gonna be linked down below. Early on in the process, we got into a conversation with him, and that went like this. Koncept, one thing I really want to ask you is, what is Unlock Your Style?
Yeah, so Unlock Your Style it started off as a training class, like a freestyle workshop. It was something I would always say because the way I dance doesn't really go to like a specific style. I like training on like coming from the DNA, basically taking all like influences in life and bringing it into movement, because on the daily life there's movement everywhere. A lot of influences from like Bruce Lee. You know how like Bruce Lee took all the useful parts of different styles,
right,
and threw away anything that's useless. And that concept I did for Unlock Your Style, to where it's like, hey, like it's good to train in different styles, but you don't necessarily have to be, stuck to that style. You know what I mean? Mix it up. It's almost like the MMA of dancing. Started off as a training program. I have 5 phases: foundation, technique, concepts, character work, battle training, and then I do something called application, which is like applying it to everything. Well, I started branding it towards a digital media channel. At first I was going to do tutorials on the same program, but I got a camera in my hand, so I kind of went towards like showcasing everyone's, I guess you would say, unlocked style already, you know what I mean? But taking that influence and then actually evolving it, growing it, making it your own. It's like sampling in hip hop. It's like everything that's been done that's great, take some first influence and then they grow it to make it their own, because it's a big, I've had a lot of like insecurities, and I've had a lot of like self-doubt, and I don't know where I lay in this space. But when you actually find yourself knowledgeable on who you are and what you do, it makes everything so much more fun.
That's amazing, bro. I was not ready for that. That's a very comprehensive, like all of the levels. You have different comprehensive takes. I mean, there's the metaphor, right, of like unlocking or unleashing something inside or something that otherwise could be captured. But that's really comprehensive.
Yeah, thank you, man.
Yeah, man. I mean, I think, and also in terms of like just living your life, being in like a flow, it's real interesting, just because I feel like I'm on another level, maybe with my fashion. But people don't know this on my channel, but dance was the first thing that gave me any kind of confidence. So me and you are Filipino. Like any Filipino, I had a dance crew in middle school, and we would battle high school kids, and like we would take out these crews. And I remember that young, it was like, it gave me confidence. But hearing how you've evolved, what you've made the program and what it is now is, I mean, I feel like it's such a life cipher that you do. That's real dope to see that.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Let me bring it back a little bit, because you're one of my favorite dancers. I don't know if you remember this, but when I was in Sacramento and we just ended up at the same function, it was that art show, and it ended up into a lounge situation, and I was like, I was with a homie, and I was like, oh, that's Koncept right there. So I went up to you and I was like, I knew it was you, and you said yeah, and I said, I just posted you on my Instagram a couple of days ago.
Yeah, that was at Jets.
Yeah,
my girl
shout
was
out
actually
Jets.
performing. Yeah. My girl was performing there at the art show, and that was a dope event. That was a good event.
Good vibes.
I liked it.
Good vibes.
Yeah.
In lieu of that, I want to say you're one of my favorite dancers, and you dance with also other creators that are dancers that I follow. Kida the Great, I actually did a collab with him through the last brand that I worked with. And Wren is a murderer. Wren from Black Flag.
Yep.
Nasty, like one super crazy. I mean, yeah, nuts. And then you also did a performance not too long ago with Easy Mill.
Yep. Yeah, yes sir. So yeah, those guys, I've known Kida since he was like 8. They've all been in the scene for, we've essentially grew up and danced together, you know what I mean? Kida was always kind of a one of one. For some reason in dance, we just never really came together on something. So once we did one, we just kept going. And then with Wren, he's just a sponge. He soaks up all the game ever from everything, and it shows. This guy's killing it. This guy's going crazy. Those two are probably one of my favorite people, some of my favorite people to work with, because there's no work involved. It's just like, all right, what are we doing? And then we just put up a camera and just do it. But yeah, like it goes deeper than the collabs. Like these guys it's like Sacramento, like at its finest.
Yo, so we're gonna drop this in accordance with an event you're having. Tell me about Creator Crawl. What is that?
Yeah, so I had stopped depending on people on shooting my videos, and I started learning more techniques and stuff like that with cameras. And when I started focusing on my content, it was just so much fun on shoot days. You know, when I would invite people over, we would have the time of our lives just shooting videos. So I had this idea where they have pub crawls. I was thinking maybe I can bring the vibe of when we shoot videos to everybody, and you bring a bunch of content creators or dancers, meet up at a spot, and I have a planned route for everybody. And we just go around in different cool backgrounds, and I'll shoot them their dance videos until the time is up, you know? If everybody can experience that vibe that we get when we just meet up and play around, people would love this. And
so let's talk collab with you. Do you have any idea of a concept that you want to do for a design?
Yeah, so I was thinking we could play off kind of both our brands too. Like I have my logo. It has it says Unlock Your Style, but then there's the lock in the center that's kind of the visual of the logo, you know what I mean? I think we could work off that. It's a broken lock. But I also like pushing Koncept too, like Koncept as the collab is also, dope. So maybe we can like somehow mesh those two together with the lock and Nonbeta. Like it would be fire either way. But yeah, I think there's something we can go with that.
Okay, and like you mentioned Sacktown, I know you rep it heavy, so maybe I could bring an element of Sacktown in there.
Yeah, maybe throw on the little King's purple.
Maybe, and then I love using that purple. It's just not that used, so maybe, I'll give you a couple different looks, and then we'll get this design out.
Absolutely, I can't wait, bro. I know you put out fire. Like ever since I met, like I also was checking out your stuff too, and what you do for people who don't know about the clothing stuff and the fashion stuff, and you for sure break it down, because like I'm obviously not in the industry, so I don't know any of that, but I watched a couple of videos. I was like, oh damn, I did not know about the screen printing stuff. You probably helped a lot of people start their own.
Oh yeah, like I didn't know what my reach was. I started taking it real serious when I had 17,000 subs, but my consulting just goes around the calendar, and people come from everywhere, man. They come from all walks of life, and different cities and states, but there's a lot to take in, man. I don't know if you've ever tried to do merch. It's a lot.
No, it almost never comes out exactly how you want it. There's no touch to it.
Yeah,
I respect what you do, man. Like it's crazy. It's so much stuff. I'm excited to work with Jon, man. This guy, like I said, I'm a fan of your work too, and I'm excited for this, bro.
Yeah, man. We brothers in spirit, though.
Yes, sir.
Cool, my G. Okay, so these are the original logos that I have to work with from Koncept. So KNCPT, and then his original logo for Unlock Your Style with the padlock. So the first design came out like this. Strong reference with the Sacramento Kings, Kings colors as well. I thought music, so I was thinking boom bops to kind of bring it back like vintage. But he actually wasn't feeling that, which is totally understandable. Everyone has their preference, and in these collaborations, it's really important that I serve the person I'm collabing with to get our understanding together of the concept. In any case, we did a second round, and this is how that went. Okay, for round 2, we went back to the drawing board, but not too far back. Still kept the KNCPT collegiate style. Kept it very classic. We did Unlock Your Style with the padlock with it using a brush script, and we added the Nonbeta branding as well on the bottom.
All right, yo, so after just setting me the shirts, the samples, oh man, look, I just checked this out. Yo, what up? Big announcement. Unlocker Styles collabed with Nonbeta. And we got these coming out. Obviously, I'm wearing one already, but these are dropping. Look, 2 colorways. We got the black. We got the beige one. Damn, I love this one. This one's a great colorway. Unlocker Style in collaboration with Nonbeta. Check it out.
Sub this or at least like it. Follow me on social media. Links are all below. I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.